Welcome, my penny conscious friends. I am Srushti, and this is Cents and Sensibility, where every penny has a purpose. Today, we will be diving headfirst into the world of budgeting and learning how to create a budget that works for you. And the best part, we will be doing it the old school style on paper. But remember, there are many tools and platforms available to assist you in budgeting. From mobile apps like Mint, You Need a Budget, or spreadsheets to online budgeting software. Find the method that works the best for you and suits your lifestyle. Let's start our budgeting journey by visualizing our income and expenses. By creating a simple table, we'll lay the foundation for financial stability and empower every penny to work for us. In the income column, we'll write down all the sources of money coming in, such as your salary, side hustles, or any other sources of income. Now, let's move to the exciting part, the expenses. Under the expenses column, we'll break down our spending into different categories. Let's start with essentials like housing, savings, debt payments, transportation, and food. These are the pillars of a solid budget. Now, let's fill in the table with some example numbers. Imagine your monthly salary is $3,000. Now, let's address a common scenario for those who don't have a fixed salary from a job. If your income fluctuates or comes from various sources, calculating your income for budgeting purposes may require a different approach. Start by reviewing your income from the past few months. Look at your earnings from different sources such as freelance work, side gigs, or investments. Take an average of your monthly income over that period to get a baseline. This average will serve as the starting point of your budget. Now, your housing expenses, including rent or mortgage payments, utilities, and insurance, amount to $1,000. Debt payments such as student loan is $250 and credit card bill is $250. Let's allocate $500 for saving and $300 for emergency funds. Transportation costs, including fuel, public transportation, and car maintenance, total $300. Food expenses, including groceries and dining out, come to $400. The total expenses come out to be $3,000. This is the same as income. This specific method of budgeting is called zero-based budgeting. This doesn't mean that you're spending all your income, but rather you're being intentional with each penny you earn. This fits perfectly with our ethos here at Sense and Sensibility, where every penny has a purpose. By breaking down our expenses into categories, we gain a clear understanding of where our money is going. Now, let's delve into the concept of fixed and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are those that tend to stay relatively constant each month, like your rent or mortgage payment, utilities, or insurance. These expenses are essential and typically don't fluctuate much. Before we move forward, I want to share an important nuance I have observed in my own budgeting journey. It's easy to overlook certain expenses that don't necessarily occur on a monthly basis. We tend to focus on our regular monthly bills, but there are other financial obligations that require our attention. For example, car registration and taxes, insurance premiums paid for 6 months at a time, or even homeowners association fees that are paid quarterly. These expenses may not come to mind immediately when calculating your fixed costs, but they are essential to consider. By factoring in these occasional expenses, we can paint a more accurate picture of our financial responsibilities and ensure that every aspect of our budget is accounted for. Remember, budgeting is all about being thorough and realistic. By being mindful of these occasional expenses, we can avoid being caught off guard when they arise and plan for our finances accordingly. So, as you create your own budget, take a moment to think about any irregular or less frequent expenses that might apply to your situation. By proactively including them in your budget, you will have a clearer financial roadmap and be better prepared for any financial surprises that may come your way. You can automate your finances. Use automated systems to help you stick with your budget. Set up automatic bill payments, saving transfers, and debt payments to avoid late fees and stay on track. Variable expenses like groceries, dining out, entertainment, and shopping can vary from month to month depending on your choices and lifestyle. Take a critical look at your variable expenses and identify areas where you can cut back. Do you need the gym membership or daily takeout coffee? Making small adjustments can add up to significant savings. And lastly, remember to set realistic goals. Identify your short term and long term financial goals, such as paying off debt, saving for a down payment, or building an emergency fund. Make sure your budget aligns with these goals. Review and adjust regularly. Life changes, and so should your budget. Regularly review your budget, especially when you experience changes in income or expenses. Be flexible and adjust as needed. Seek accountability and support. Share your budgeting journey with a friend or family member who can help keep you accountable. Join online communities or find local groups focused on personal finance for additional support and encouragement. Remember, creating a budget is just the first step. To stay on track and achieve financial success, we need to track our actual expenses. Whether you use a spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or a good old fashioned pen and paper, make sure you record and review your spending regularly. Thank you all for joining me on this budgeting adventure today. I hope you feel inspired to take the next step towards financial freedom. Remember, every penny has a purpose, and by budgeting wisely, you can make the most of your hard earned money. Stay tuned for more valuable tips and strategies on Sense and Sensibility. Until next time, keep counting those pennies and living a life of financial empowerment.